everybody, my name is Lorena Rivas.
And I am Laura.
Today we are going to do a short analysis about To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee.
And our analysis will be based on the biographical background of the book, the writing style of the author, the impact that it has in society, and the things the book reads. So let's start by the biographical background of the book. As you know, Harper Lee, the author of the book, spent 2 years and a half writing this book. And before the book was named To Kill a Mockingbird, it had two possible titles. The first one was The Watchman and the second one was Atticus. But the author decided to name it To Kill a Mockingbird because she wanted to reflect that the book was not based in one character but in more than one. Finally, the book was published in 1960, and since that time, it achieved success. Now, the writing style of the author. Okay, many critics have noticed that Harper Lee has a talent for narration. It is said that she has a remarkable gift for storytelling. In fact, she combines the narrator's voice of a child, reflecting on her own childhood, with a grown woman's reflecting on her own childhood. Remember, Harper Lee wrote this book based on her own observations of her childhood and her own observations of an event that happened similar to Tom Robinson's event. Now, the impact that it had in society. Well, the book was published in 1960, so it is said, or it is claimed to be as one of the factors that helped the civil rights movement to succeed. It is said that the book was published on the right moment to accelerate this process. In my own opinion, the book To Kill a Mockingbird condensed racism, but not races, and it made the whole nation of the United States to understand that a change in the justice system of the nation was a must. It is said that the book shows how children look racism and how they have to face events like that. The fact that the author, that was a white woman, published the book in the 60s, when this movement was happening, it's a sign of protest.
Now, I'm going to continue with some of the things that we can find in the book. And the first one, as you know, is racism. In the book, we can find many examples of racism. That is one of the principal themes in the book. The person who seems to be criticized for his race is Tom Robinson. There are many examples in the book, and all the people criticize and believe that he was guilty just for his race. So, Atticus was against that and believed in him. Another theme that we can find in the book is classes. In the book, there are examples of how they identify classes. For example, there was one example when when a scout asked his father if they were poor. So his father told her that they were poor, but not than the other families. In this book, we can find that they respect the classes and didn't discriminate people for that. Another thing that we can find in the book is courage and compassion. We can observe how Atticus had courage when he defended Tom Robbins' person when he seemed to be guilty of the things that he was accused. And compassion because he never he teach to his children to respect all the people. And I want to read you a phrase that I like from the book, that it says, you never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, until you climb around on his skin and walk around in it. It was one of the most important lessons that Atticus teach to his children. Then we have another theme that is gender roles. In that book, as we know, Scout was a girl who grew up with his father and his brother because his mother had died, and so she had lived more time with boys than girls. One female role was his aunt Alexandra in Calpurnia. Then another theme that we have in the book is loss of innocence. As we know, in this book, Harperley symbolizes innocence with a mockingbird, and we know that it represents that the people, for all the people that was innocent or was harmless. So this book is very interesting, and it has many things, and it reflects many problems that at that time the society suffered. And this was all for us. Thank you.